480 BC. A geographical bottleneck. The Hot Gates. A natural choke point. The only viable route into central Greece. 10 years after Marathon, the empire returns. Many modern estimates suggest up to 300,000 men. A multi-ethnic coalition speaking dozens of languages, bound only by imperial command. Supplying this massive force across hostile terrain is an unprecedented logistical operation. 40 miles north, the Athenian fleet locks down the sea.
Coastal flanking is impossible. There is no way around. The invaders are forced to march directly into the narrow land corridor. Waiting for them, around 7,000 Greeks lock their shields. A heavily armored phalanx. Retreat is impossible. They wait. Not for victory, but to buy time with their lives. Several days pass in tense silence. The emperor waits, expecting the outnumbered coalition to break and run. But supplying this massive force in a stationary camp becomes a crisis, depleting local water sources. The supply chain groans under the weight of inaction. The arid terrain cannot sustain them forever. Behind the pass, the defenders are dangerously few. Bound by the religious laws of the Carnea festival, the main Spartan army could not march. Exploiting a legal loophole, King Leonidas brought only his elite guards.
With living sons, fully accepting their tactical role as a delay, an envoy demands their weapons. A famous reply echoing into eternity. Come and take them. Diplomacy fails. Against this terrain, the famed Persian cavalry is rendered entirely useless. A severe tactical mismatch. Weaker shields are designed for mobility on open plains. They must break against solid oak and heavy bronze. The attack is ordered.
The engagement begins. Rear ranks keep pushing forward, unaware that the men ahead have nowhere left to move. Inside the pass, shouting becomes useless. Orders vanish beneath the deafening roar of bronze striking bronze. The Greeks thrust into the trapped mass. Beneath the helmets, the summer heat traps every breath. Sweat blinds the eyes long before the enemy does. Muscle fatigue destroys formations faster than enemy weapons. They constantly rotate their ranks to survive the physical toll. Night falls. Psychological damage spreads through the coalition. Whispers of fear replace the arrogant songs of conquest. By day 2, the fallen become a physical barricade. Every fresh wave expects to break the Greeks within minutes. Every fresh wave disappears into the exact same narrow gap. Watching from above, a terrifying truth sinks in. Overwhelming numbers mean nothing here. In desperation, the elite immortals are unleashed. Elite armor, but their shorter spears lack the necessary reach, falling without landing a single strike. If even the immortals cannot force the pass, then the battlefield itself must be bypassed. Night falls. Guided by local knowledge, the invaders bypass the shield wall entirely. The Phocian guards panic, retreating to high ground. A devastating tactical error. The trap is set. Dawn brings the truth. The line is flanked. The mission had never been to save the pass forever. It had always been to delay the invasion long enough for Greece to prepare.
But a rearguard must stay to protect the retreat. 300 Spartans anchor the line, joined by 700 Thespian volunteers and 400 Thebans, kept as hostages to prevent surrender. He looks at his remaining brothers. A king must die to save the land.
For Sparta!
Abandoning the defensive bottleneck to inflict maximum casualties.
For glory!
The collision.
Spartan!
A brutal exchange of breaking wood and rending muscle.
The relentless tide finally snaps the long ash spears. Short swords are drawn, cutting deep into the endless ranks. Unable to break them close up, arrows rain from the sky. Pierced, the king collapses, igniting the most fiercely contested struggle of the war.
To protect his body, the survivors push back, repelling the mass before the perimeter finally collapses. The Thebans surrender, retreating to Kolonos Hill. Spears broken, swords blunted, fighting with bare hands and teeth. Unwilling to fight in close combat, the final volley is ordered. A moment of stillness, accepting the shadow, swallowing the rearguard. Silence returns to the hot gates.
Archaeologists recovered unusually dense concentrations of bronze arrowheads around Kolonos Hill. The distribution matched ancient descriptions almost perfectly. The ground still remembers, physical evidence of a desperate last stand. The invaders won the pass. 2 months later, that borrowed time would help shape the battles of Salamis and Plataea. Thermopylae was never meant to stop Persia. It was meant to make victory possible. They lost the battle, so Greece could win history.
O stranger, tell the Lacedaemonians that here, obedient to their laws, we lie.